okay, I was going to do like some short videos on this, but I'm going to do a full video however long this goes, because I've had it. I have absolutely had it. So we have this sub-narrative playing out now. They're trying to close a deal with Meghan Markle, the PR construct, and Prince Harry, the PR construct, and their relationship, and Megxit, the PR construct, and their fake kids, the PR construct. The palace are orchestrating it with all their fake and controlled media, all these stupid-ass pleb accounts that are pro-Megxit and so forth, and royalists, all steering this absolute crap with this planted video of Meghan and Harry doing a twerking video. Then you've got just the nonsense, right? And this Foster Braxton, another controlled account, who I remember just recently told some hard truths, and obviously didn't repost or share, because that's what you do when you're such a genuine account. You don't expose the truth. You wait until this very moment to expose the truth, the fake truth, whatever orchestrated truth they're going to come up with. And this Foster Braxton, Lady C, and Neil Sean have the absolute gall to talk to us about how dedicated the royal family and the monarchy are to the Commonwealth and to what the people in the Commonwealth want. So, I'm posting most of my stuff these days. I'm posting it directly to the royal family because, covertly for 2 years they've been monitoring my account, smearing my account with all these controlled opposition accounts, and with that Paula M psyop. And then what they've done is they continually try to steer this narrative as per my exposures on what's actually happening. They usually respond directly, indirectly, but directly to my content, but in a manner that's indirect. And they have their crew, their team, intelligence, whoever is monitoring my account, figure this out for them, figure out new strategies, a way to close this deal, a way to close this narrative. And they've tried several attempts of closing this narrative down with Harry returning. And now they're trying that Meghan and Harry are villains, and that they're having deep talks like they did at the fake Sandringham summit with a Megxit commission, a Megxit plan that was drawn up by the Queen with her secretary. All such a shock. And, everything has been a complete theatre and shit show. And these people have the gall, after censoring me for 2 years, smearing me for 2 years, the one genuine account that is exposing this shit to try to protect my fellow citizens, the Commonwealth citizens under the monarchy, and as our head of state, rather than them acknowledging my existence, acknowledging what they've done is wrong, taking accountability, them ignoring our correspondence, our direct correspondence to them regarding how Harry, we thought it was just Harry and his charity Archwell was caught in the act of foreign interference and treachery and treason against the Crown, against the monarchy, against Britain by interfering with Australian policy. We directly corresponded with them. They chose not to take action, and they've censored and monitored my account. So that's as much as they do protecting us. No, we don't want your global agenda 2030 reboot. We don't want your green imperialism blended finance where you take all our resources. I'm speaking on behalf of all of the Commonwealth, all of the Five Eyes, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, America. No, we don't want your weather controls. No, we don't want your frequency controls or whatever the fuck you're doing there. No, we don't want more pandemics and COVIDs and all your think tanks and all your infiltrations. We don't want any interference. We want our rights back. We don't want your inflation that's killing our economy. We want our industrialization back, our national industrialization back that you've killed for 50 years to get us to this point. We don't want open banking and AI and digital ID. Okay, we don't want your restructure. We don't want your socialist imprisonment under a false monarchy guise of empire. We don't want it. Okay, we never wanted it. You do not care about what we want. You care about your greed, about your need for power and control. All you do are reward elitists and your aristocracy. You have them in your peerage. You don't give a shit about the proletariat. All you cared about was optimizing their output from when they're born until when they die. That's all you've done. You've completely exploited us for so long, and we've had enough. And here you are saying that our needs matter the most. Please. You've had other Australian Megxit accounts try to deflect from my own content and my own channel. That's how pathetic you are. That's how you have failed to protect our country, our people. And you continue to do so with this bullshit, with this narrative that you're playing out, that you're trying to win people over with. You can win Americans possibly over, but you can't win Australians, Britons, and New Zealanders that know better, and Canadians that know better over this shit. You just can't. And even then, Americans are waking up. Commonwealth. I found this out. I mean, there's no point in even responding to Foster Braxton because they're just going to control the narrative anyway. My account is so controlled that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say. I mean, that's how much they care about the Commonwealth. I'll keep repeating it just so it can sink in for everyone that I've had people smear me as mentally unwell and an alcoholic. Nothing at all to do with my character, with who I actually am. They've been doing that for 2 years. And they've been moderating my channel and my content. And now they're trying to recreate this exposure that I exposed, that I was the only one that exposed because I'm the only one that's really not controlled. I exposed 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And for 2 years, they've dragged it on and controlled it with censoring, with smearing. Yep. They care about us more than they care about themselves, that's for sure. Not Lucille, who's a Canadian, and a friend of mine who's been following me for a while, adds me and talks about that it's bullshit and that there's been a distraction. Now let me go down these accounts to tell you exactly who they are. Lady C, Lady Colin Campbell, she was one of the first, along with the Royal Grift, body language guy. I can't think of who else I contacted. Did I contact Bauer? This was before I even knew that they were obviously controlled. I had to wake up to that. Initially, before I even wanted to start, because I didn't want to start a YouTube account, I've made that very clear, and I did so because no one picked up my stuff. I emailed Lady C's team. I said that I knew the truth, I wanted to expose it, and she completely avoided it. That's how controlled she is. I didn't have any traction at that point. I didn't even have a YouTube channel, I don't think, at that point. When I had contacted her, it was very genuine. I was just a normal person that I had researched enough to understand that this whole backdrop was fake. And I thought she would care. That's how much Britain, the monarchy, and these controlled opposition accounts really care about the truth and the Commonwealth that the monarchy fails to protect and harms intentionally. Sorry, Hastings is cold. I had to get him a blanket. So Lady Colin Campbell, every time I turn around, she's a part of a steering. Remember, she went on about the surrogacy. She said she tried to control the time when I did the Baby Sussex scam hashtag in, I think that was 2023. Then you had that other control BBC, former BBC account, that was stock account, what's his name? That guy, Andrew Gold, say he didn't care too much about children. He doesn't like babies, therefore he won't expose the truth about Meghan's fake pregnancies and fake children. Can you believe it? Can you believe the smack that and this is all, this doesn't matter anymore because they're ready to expose it with a jiggling moon bump in a twerking video. It's so controlled and artificial and inauthentic. It's unreal. And then they send you this where they care about the Commonwealth. This is where I'm going to do a video about it. Because I'm not taking that. I'm not taking this fake bullshit. And I'm not going to stand there and let that happen. It's just not going to happen. Not on my watch. There's my handle, Meghan's Mole, the account that initiated putting my name in the Paula M. PSYOP when she was attacked, that I was a part of the arch nemesis enemy group. And then she joined in with moderator or whoever she is, ORMV's continual harassment and abuse, for like real bad abuse on her Twitter channel, January to March or January to February this year, and lied and created a story about me with another account, River, completely a fabricated story to continually smear me, to make sure that I was completely cancelled. Meghan's Mole has done very well for her instruction and her job. Royal News, we all know, is an expert or writer on foreign policy, is a part of think tanks connected to Heritage Foundation. What else? Completely fake. Tried to say she's a factual reporter or journalist, while trying to convince you with Royal Rota that As Ever is a legitimate business, but hates Meghan Markle and loves the royal family. Takes selfies with Catherine, completely genuine and authentic, of course. Goes on a royal tour to Britain to film her at the court hearing with Harry, this year. I mean, it's insane what people believe is as true. It's absolutely insane. All for the Commonwealth, of course. This American foreign policy advocate who was against a lot of what was she against? Was it climate change? And now she supports Earthshot. That's a way to sell your soul. These people just don't have any shred of credibility or accountability because they're completely protected and controlled. It's sad. It's really sad just how much people have been deceived by this community, not just this narrative, but this community. Let's go down. Barrister Law USA, Margaret says that she's some big attorney in health, and then says this is a paid job by the palace and the monarchy and she's affiliated with courtiers and intelligence, and she gets memos from I think it's MI6. Even though she's in America and she's American, she gets MI6 intelligence memos as part of her legal job. No, it's not a breach of national security, of course. No. I'm guessing because of the Five Eyes agreement, she'll justify it with that. Yeah, this is a job, and she's helped by what's that other one? The one who tried to smear me as well. The gay guy who's studying law, who's British, whose father is, I think, a part of the court, the royal court, or is affiliated with that or something or other, is a lawyer in constitutional law and studied it with, supposedly studied it with Barrister Law USA at Oxford, no less, at Oxford University in UK. And Barrister Law also says that she was mentored under the Queen herself for constitutional law. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to go into her posts, but she's followed up with every psyop there is. P. Diddy, I mean, it's just insane. P. Diddy and Harry, her job was to get Harry home. That's her sole job, to get Harry home, and to do everything in her power to bring him home, because he's in an abusive relationship and prison, and they need a lawyer to help bring him home, because he doesn't want to. He's rebelling against the system. That's the story anyway. Who else? Barkjack, a fake facade of two Italian journalists that aren't Italian, that aren't journalists. Also claimed that Meghan had a natural birth, definitely for Fauci, because they were provided an ultrasound in a video chat by a courtier or by royal staff, because they're directly connected. They're also connected to Barrister Law. Barrister Law says that King Charles only chooses the best, and Barkjack is one of them, and that's why they were chosen. And how intelligence and the courtiers directly communicate with both of them. So there's Barkjack. Barkjack also said that the royal family or the monarchy constantly monitor social media, or have their team or whatever constantly monitor social media, and they justified it with an ongoing investigation with no end date. However, that would interfere, would it not, with the ongoing investigation to disclose it so publicly. So now all we're left with is that the monarchy, through intelligence, which is, let's face it, these platforms are intelligence operated, monitor our behaviour and steer the narrative or narratives to protect themselves and tell us all how much they're dedicated to the Commonwealth. Yeah. Rock is my friend. Amazing account. Memes by Kai. I think that's Kylie Canadian, who does illustrations and makes and helps with the humor and funniness of this whole narrative. Is very risk averse. I don't know if she's controlled or not. She just kind of steers clear from that and does humorous content, but it's all, you know, that aligned with the narrative that's been given. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that account. And Piers Morgan, I mean, I don't need it. I'm just going to look at, I'm pretending like I'm looking at you and giving you like resting bitch face. Come on, Piers Morgan created the story that he had met Meghan. He's a part of the whole PR construct of Meghan. He really emotionalized it. He was promoted for it. He supposedly left his job about it. Come on. It's all orchestrated. This whole thing is orchestrated. It's just so pathetic. But don't ever tell me controlled opposition. Don't ever tell me that this is about me and about protecting me. Please don't. Because what I've endured has been treason. And there's been no accountability. And all I've done, genuinely, all I've ever done is try to protect my family, friends, and others. And I just wanted at least that the truth would be out there enough for some people, if it was just one, some people to feel that they had somebody in their court trying to protect them and trying to help them with some truth, compared to all of this shit that would have left people confused for 9 years and tired for 9 years and still harmed and still exposed and exploited and hopeless and absolutely depressed and in despair, because that is what the monarchy has left them with. Shameful. How about you protect us by getting rid of that inflation, huh? Giving us affordable housing again. Giving us our life back. A life that you tried to take away. That you continually try to take away. How about you do that? And leave us the fuck alone. How about you stop? I'm not even content about being a proletariat slave to your fucking order and your system, but at least just leave us alone. Leave us alone. Stop trying to destroy our soul and our spirit and our identity, our national identity. Just stop it. Stop trying to destroy people's faith. Stop trying to destroy their culture and then pretend you're advocates for it. Stop trying to sell this earthshot and this environmentalism crap. That's just eugenics and natural asset transfer and imperial restructure through banking with green imperialism, with your Mark Carney puppet. Just stop it. Just fucking stop it. We can see it. We can all see it now at this point. There's no hiding from it. You've actually just exposed yourself with this shit. And then trying to brand yourself as some common good for the Commonwealth. Please, there's no Commonwealth. You've taken that away from us. Just give it back and leave us alone. And maybe acknowledge our presence and our existence and our voices. The true people of the Commonwealth. the real people here of your empire, of your realm that you supposedly rule, that you just keep hurting and you keep denying. And don't lie to me again. Just stop lying. That would be good. That would be a start. Let's just say it would be a start.